Okay, here we are. Let's fly DCS P-51D Mustang. You have to do mild apologies in that, yes, this is, again, some post-commentary. I was just running through this mission several times and eventually, while recording, letting the screen, letting Fraps record. Wasn't really doing commentary. And then this particular mission came up with some interesting things happening. Okay, here we are. Just get everything all set up. Tell wingman, flight, cover me. Affirm, he says. That's very, very kind of him. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with the sim, starting to get used to the way things work, even though I'm not really plugging away at it every single day. Okay, wingman, yes, yeah, it's so good that he tells me he can see this stuff, but we'll try telling him. Here, go shoot those guys, huh? Well, why not? It's just not worth arguing with them. I've used the in-game, the more extended communications menu to try to talk to him, and it doesn't do any good. So what I'm trying to do here is just trying to do a gradual climb in order to gain some altitude, because the plan is, let's get rid of those bombs first. I really think that maybe the way to go is to go and take care of the second convoy first. That may be the key to getting things, getting the mission elements taken care of in a timely fashion, since we do load in with almost no fuel. So, okay, we're approaching the place where that bridge is. There is the bridge, about to disappear behind the left wing, so we'll just kind of do a gentle turn to line up with it. It's kind of not exactly a smooth approach to the bomb run. Line up with it, push the thing over into negative G's, which the Mustang doesn't like to do. Yeah, it's not very smooth, but it's a much simpler approach at it. Trying to line it up. We want to drop bombs on the bridge. There's bombs away. Pull out. I've managed to avoid blowing myself up, but I missed the bridge again. Okay, well, see, at this point, I decide that I'm going to stay focused on the second convoy for now. I'm going to switch over to rockets. Switch the rockets over to auto fire. You hold the button down and it just ripple fires off all 6 of them in a second. And we'll see what kind of damage we can do to the convoy by firing all the rockets in one brief burst. That is the plan. Okay, pretty much lined up with them. Slightly above. I hear explosions. Explosions is good. Explosion, we look back, and I saw something burning. Okay, I'm going to go back and take a look and find out exactly what happened to those later. For now, let's continue through the valley and get into this place. I know that there are any aircraft in place. Hey, there's one right there. Alright. That worked out pretty well, if I say so myself. Here's something. Let's try something a little bit different. Let's just stay really, really low through here. And notice that you may have caught just a very, very brief glimpse. You could see the convoy, because we spent this time working on the second convoy, the one at the bridge. The first one, the one that the mission briefing tells you to go for first, is actually advanced pretty far. They're up there pretty close to where the power lines cross the road. But this technique of trying to keep the airspeed up and stay relatively low to the ground, I've tried this, and that appears to be a more effective means of avoiding all this anti-aircraft fire. There, yeah, this guy can't even get a good line of sight on me. Of course, this time coming over the top of this little hill, I estimated incorrectly. I thought I would roll in on that convoy, but it's already passed. So yeah, it's kind of a wasted pass at it. So we'll just try and jink around. I'm just lucky. They should have shot me then. If they'd shot me, that would have been the prop governor. But I'll take luck. Nothing wrong with a little bit of luck. I'm starting to violate my my stated idea of staying low. Alright, hey, there is the convoy. At least there's 4 of them. The 5th one is already peeled off. Let's take the gun emplacement out and hit one of these guys. Well, okay, maybe it was kind of close. Kind of close. But it worked. Alright, there's one gun emplacement is gone. One of the 5 convoy trucks is gone. So that actually worked okay. Let's go back and see if we can catch a few more of them. Zoom in. Okay, I see a couple of them. Yeah, we can catch this one. And I really, man, I should have. That was some sloppy piloting. I should have lost the mission right then. I think I just barely skated by underneath the bottom wire of the power lines. I should have clipped it. It should have crashed. But lucked out. All right, so that's like 2 really lucky things happened so far in this mission. That's part of why I wanted to share this recording. I mean, a lot of the others were kind of boring, but I like some of the luck stuff, you know? Luck is cool. You see, at this point, I was thinking about, do I want to go back to the 2nd convoy again, or what? Again, let's keep in mind, let's staying really low and close to the terrain. And I decide, no, we'll stick with this one in the town. Hey, I can actually caught a glimpse of my wingman for a second. He isn't being totally useless. I see some kind of flickers on the screen. I see, oh, that's where that one is burning. And definitely see one of the trucks up ahead. So we've taken out 2 of the 5 trucks. Yeah, that's really too far away, but, thought we'd take a couple little pot shots at him. That's a more reasonable range. Yeah, I definitely saw some bullets going to the target that time. And under the wires again. Oh, okay. Hang on. I was thinking that maybe this guy's maybe out of ammo. But there's at least 1 enemy still shooting at me back there. 3 of the 5 trucks gone. I'm not too certain where the 2 remaining trucks are, though. They're pretty good at hiding. Yeah, I'm looking around, not seeing them. Okay, get a closer look down here. Still not seeing them. Okay, well, nothing else for it. We just have to go and set this up for another pass. And really, I'm trying to be, very, very conscious of trying to be efficient at this, because I know that the fuel, fuel won't last forever, and we still have not yet ever got to the, into the final part of this mission, which is doing some air-to-air against those Hinds, against the helicopters. Here, trucks, here, boy. Ah, there's a truck right there. He was hiding under the smoke. Blink, that missed, and getting kind of wild on the rudder. But I think we got a few bullets into him. Can we see in the rearview mirror, or can we look back there? Yep, there he goes. Okay, so that was 4. That was the 4 unarmed trucks from that convoy. The armed one, the one that has the anti-aircraft gun in the back of the truck, is still hiding. And I am not certain where he is. He usually trails several truck lengths behind the others, and he's good at going and pulling off the road and going and concealing himself in some of these stands of trees. So I'm trying to look through the trees. I will say that his camouflage is effective. I think at this point I was actually wondering, is this guy driving along the road? Could that be my target? But no, that's a civilian. Leave him alone. He's not part of it. Did not see him. Actually, a couple times, just in looking at the replay, I can spot him. I didn't see him at the time. And if you want to, you can go back and try and see where he is. Let's see, at this point, is this where I decided to go and take a look? Yeah, let's, instead of doing another pass at that one, I decided to go and eliminate this convoy and see what the game would do. Will it insist that I have to find that last truck, or can I just take these guys out? There's an interesting visual effect. A big ring of smoke. That was kind of unusual. It wouldn't certainly have happened with that. In any case, I think my shooting was not too great, and maybe I'm actually being too conservative with my ammo, because remembering that I'm going to have to spend ammo on those helicopters later. But you know, if you're too conservative with it, then you don't actually get anything done. So let's try and be a little more aggressive this time around, huh? More bad shooting. That was better. Okay, that was sufficient. I know I got some good rounds to both of those guys. So there should be just 2 trucks left, right? Yeah, the 2 closest to the bridge are still remaining. You know, I'm starting to feel kind of confident now. Just anybody who had any aircraft weapons, they're out of ammo now. I can fly around with impunity. Oh, my bad. There are 3 of them remaining. I think on this pass, I can actually take a close look. Something I had not realized before. If I had realized it, I forgot it. That the very first vehicle in line is armored. Some kind of armored personnel carrier. The other 2 are very soft trucks. But that first one's going to take some more shooting. Just a few rounds isn't going to do it. And of course, now we run out of fuel on the left-hand tank. We switch it over to the right-hand tank really quick. Keeping in mind, very, very much aware, that means, you know, previous experience of this mission. I know that this means, there goes my wingman, does only have a few minutes of fuel remaining. So we really want to get this stuff done. Okay, there's some good bullets in those trucks. There's some good bullets. I saw bullets sparkling all over the armored personnel carrier. And I think they're all burning back there. Yeah, that was finally a good gun run on those. Finally.
With the second convoy destroyed, flight of enemy attack helicopters is approaching from the east.
Okay.
Take them out.
Approaching from the east. Take them out. Take a look at my... Yeah, the compass there, realize that I'm going the wrong way. Time to turn this around and start looking for these helicopters. A flight of enemy attack helicopters. I already know it's 2 of them just from the mission briefing beforehand when it tells you what your enemies, what your opponents are going to be. 2 helicopters. My wingman says he can see them. This is a huge limitation of the communications in-game. He says he can see them. You know what would be really useful is if he could tell me what altitude they're at. What direction are they traveling? Are they acting like they see him? Are they seeking to engage? Are they running away? Anything. Anything. I need some kind of information here. But if there is a way to get that information out of my wingman, I don't know what it is. It's a big guessing game. I'm seeking 2 little specks that were out here. The only thing I know is that they were east of the town. Yeah, check the leeward. I was hoping that maybe they would show up on that map, and then I hit on this idea. Yeah, okay, look, there they are. Let's turn around. See, you could make the argument that this is cheating. They're having this moving map display as like a radar. And yes, that is a perfectly valid argument. I will not debate it with you. That isn't really the way it should be. But on the other hand, it does make up for the fact that my wingman is so useless. He says he can see them, but he won't tell me where he sees them, or what altitude, or what they're doing, or where they're going. So I'm not going to feel too bad about it. Especially, besides, I want the mission to get over with. All right, so the helicopters are flying along just above the river, and here I finally get eyes on them. Yeah, 2 little specks out there. There they are, flying in close formation. They seem to be following along the river. They are not turning to face me. In my limited DCS experience so far, I think these are the first airborne enemies that I've encountered that do not immediately act like they can see me. Here I had an idea that I wanted, instead of coming up on these guys from behind, because they're so slow, and they turn so tight, I want to attack from above. So I climb up here, and I'm thinking I'm going to dive down on them, but I outsmarted myself. It backfires, so I do not see them. I knew they were down here somewhere. They should be like behind me now at this point. Somewhere. Yeah, I just totally lost track of them. So let's climb. Let's keep the eyes open and see if we can pick them back up again. The map says that they are, hey, there's my wingman, that these two helicopters are acting like they still did not see me. They're traveling, they're just following the river. So we'll just I'll continue to follow the river my own self and see if I can locate them. They're down here, helicopters almost always flying at very low altitude. And so the moving map, it tells me that they should be up here somewhere around this bend. Still not seeing them. And they're there, finally. Okay, they pop out from the background. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do. They're still not turning to face me. I think I'm still undetected. Alright, that's real easy. Pop the tail off one of them. Go into a climb. Let's see what this other one does. Yes, he is turning. He accelerated. He's turning. There goes the first one's crash. He splashes down. So, want to continue. Really, just thinking about attacking these helicopters as if they are ground targets. Yeah, you can tell this. You can see this guy. He's just constantly. He's hovering and turning to face me. He's got that real scary Gatling gun on there. So I do not want to attack him any kind of horizontally because he has a better gun and he's better armored than I am. So let's try and dive down vertically on him, except I kind of, yeah, I messed this up. Yeah, it's a snapshot. It just didn't work. Okay, so let's think about this and let's try to fly a little more smoothly and you know, not let that hillside spook me. I just really wasn't thinking that attack through carefully enough. And I lost sight of him for a second. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I knew where he was. Loop over. And a little too aggressive. And, oh, check the wing. My wing is still there. I saw in the rearview mirror that he is in two pieces. His tail is gone. He's tumbling. I'm feeling pretty happy, even though that was yet another really lucky thing. That should have been a collision, you know? It really should have been. But Splash 2 Helos, great job, the man says. Excellent. And, you know, it's been so long since I actually won one of these that I'd completely forgot to do the celebratory zoom cam. I'm sorry. But we get to move on to the next mission, the final mission. So that's good. And I'm happy about it.